Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again for our time together. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and I'm going to tell you again, the goodness and the mercy of God is going to follow you every day this week. Slow down and let God's goodness and mercy catch up with you. Trouble doesn't chase you. Goodness and mercy chases you. Trouble is something you have to go look for, Proverbs says. Don't go look for it, but turn around and embrace the goodness and mercy of God that is following you. I want to talk to you today out of Isaiah, this time out of chapter 32. A big emphasis that we have as a church is that we have built God's house, and now we are believing God to build our house. We've sown into God's house, and now we are believing God for homes for our own family. No more renting, no more getting moved every time the landlord wants to raise the rent or move his relative in. A permanent place for our family. Now, we've done all kinds of seminars, and we've had businessmen advise you, and bankers advise you, and architects advise you, and city planners advise you. That's not my role. My role is to teach you what the Bible says. When you begin to make a decision about a home, where do you go? Some people were telling me the other day, "Oh, Pastor Samuel, I'm going to move to Bonifacio High Street. That's my dream." And I smiled and I said, "That's a very fancy place, I admit. That's a very nice place, but is it quiet?" I said, "It looks like a party zone every time I've been over there." Now, when you and I make decisions about where to put our family, the Bible teaches us the home to look for. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 18. "My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest." Now let me read that to you again. My people will live in peaceful dwelling places. So when I'm looking for a home, I want to walk around the street and ask myself, is this place peaceful? I want to sit down in the house for a little bit. Is this place peaceful? For me and my family, I want it to be peaceful on Saturday night. I can remember living not too far from Makati Avenue one time, and on Saturday night you could not sleep because people would put big speakers out in front of the businesses and things back in those days on Makati Avenue. So I'd want to be over there on a Saturday night and make sure it's going to be quiet and peaceful. I'm checking it out at different times of the day. Is this a peaceful dwelling place? Secondly, is it secure? Will my wife and my daughter always feel safe? Can they feel safe to walk out the front door? Is this a place that I have to put armed guards around and make it Fortress Sumrall, or is this place secure? Is this a safe place? And thirdly, is it an undisturbed place of rest? Is this going to be a place that my family can sleep at night and rest? And I'm not just talking about crazy neighbors. I'm talking about when it begins to rain and the roof begins to roar. Do I have to jump up and watch the flood out in front? I've lived in places like that in my life where every time it rains and begins to rain hard, you have to keep one eye out the window to see if the flood's coming up. And do we have to move the furniture and move the refrigerator? I mean, we've all lived like that. But as God has blessed us and God has prospered us and we buy our own homes, it needs to be a place of undisturbed rest. When our family goes to bed at night, they sleep all night. These are the things to look for in a home.